Welcome to AK Study Room. Let's see today's news. Let's start with state news. Our first news is honor for Tamil Nadu teachers. R.C. Saraswati, headmistress of Government Girls Higher Secondary School Ashok Nagar, and S. Dilip, an English teacher from Government Higher Secondary School in Satyamangalam in Viluppuram district, have been selected for the National Awards 2020. Now, from exam point of view, one should know what is National Award. It is to celebrate the unique contribution of some of the finest teachers in the country and to honor those teachers who through their commitment and the industry have not only improved the quality of school education but also enriched the lives of their students. The award is given on September 5 on National Teachers Day, awarded by Ministry of Education. There is no minimum years of services needed to eligible for this award. One should have that innovative skills and holistic approach for the development of students, and award prize for this national award to teachers, a silver medal, certificate and 50,000 rupees cash prize. Next we start with the national news. There were two similar newses today. One is the former Attorney General and also jurist Soli Sohrabji has said that Supreme Court overreacted by taking suo motu contempt proceedings against civil rights lawyer Prashant Bhushan for his tweets. And another news is about Attorney General K.K. Venugopal, who's refused consent to a plea to initiate criminal contempt action against actor Swara Bhaskar for scandalizing the Supreme Court, saying her comment regarding the Ram Janmabhoomi title dispute appears to be a factual one, and her perception, it is not contempt. Okay. From these two newses, on exam point of view, we need to know what is contempt of court and what is the roles and duties of AG, that is Attorney General. Let's know about it. Contempt of court. Contempt of court refers to the offence of showing disrespect to the dignity or authority of a court. As a democratic country, Constitution has the supreme power. So contempt means some offences, some actions, reactions or some publications which is against or denigrated the public confidence in the administration of justice, then that means the total the system gets weakened. So it should be avoided in a democratic country. For that, the safeguard is needed, and that is came Contempt of Court Act 1971. So by this act, the High Court and Supreme Court derive its power from the Constitution. This Contempt of Court Act 1971 divides into civil and criminal contempt. Civil contempt refers to the willful disobedience of an order of any people with their own conscience didn't want to obey the court's order, comes under civil contempt. And the next thing is criminal contempt. Criminal contempt includes any act or publication which scandalizes the court. Then what is scandalizes? Any publications or comment against these people belief of court comes under scandalizes. And then prejudices. Prejudices is a negative comment before that final judgment is prevailed. It is to, and the last one is the interference in the judicial system. Why it becomes a biggest issue is there is a mild difference between the freedom of speech and the contempt of court. It's all about balancing each other. So next we need to know about Attorney General of India. Let's see. Attorney General is the highest law officer in the country. Article 76 of the Constitution provides for the office of AG of India. AG is appointed by the President on the advice of the government. He or she should be qualified to be appointed a judge of the Supreme Court, or he or she must have been a judge of Supreme Court for 5 years, or an advocate of some High Court for 10 years, or an eminent jurist in the opinion of the President. The term of office is not mentioned in the Constitution, and the removal procedure is also not mentioned. He or she holds office in the pleasure of President. Then their duties. What is their duties? The main duty is about giving advice to the Government of India upon such legal matters. They perform cases of legal character assigned to them by President to appear on behalf of Government of India. They have the right to speak and to take part in the proceedings of both houses of the Parliament, but they have no voting rights, and they also enjoy the privileges of a member of a Parliament, but they do not fall in the category of government servant. Advocate General is to the state government, and the Advocate General holds his office according to the Constitution of India by Article 165. Let's see an important next news. It is India's first landmark decision of forming Transgender Persons National Council. It is formed under the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019. The center has constituted this National Council, which was headed by Union Social Justice Minister, comprising representatives from 10 central departments such as Rural Development, Minority Affairs, Ministry of Health, Home Affairs, Labour and Law, and also it first launched in 5 states, that is in Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Jammu and Kashmir, Tripura, and it also has some transgender persons community. The tenure is not fixed. It is expected to be 3 years. So the Transgender Welfare Board would guide the government in welfare schemes for them. This is a landmark event. Now let's see about the last news. This news is about Pakistan, which denies Dawood's presence in its territory. But the government sources, however, said Dawood Ibrahim and LET operations chief Zakir Rahman Lakwi had not been included in the past list issued by Pakistan, and also suggested that they had been backdated to comply with the stipulations of the Financial Action Task Force, where Pakistan's actions are being scrutinized. So from this news, we have to know about what is Financial Action Task Force. FATF is Financial Action Task Force, which is an intergovernmental body which is established in 1989 in G7 summit. It is the most successful accomplishment by G7. What is their aim? It is to set standards and effective implementation of money laundering and terrorist financing and related issues as threatening the global financial system. Its secretariat is at France, Paris. FATF has 2 lists. One is grey list and the another one is blacklist. Grey list is the warning given to the country which involves in money laundering and terrorist funding activities, while the blacklist is about continuing the same process even after the warning is given. The country will listed in the blacklist and become non-cooperative countries, and these countries will not have any funded from international world. The main decision-making authority lies with FATF plenary session, and this plenary will decide whether this country in grey list will go to blacklist or not. So we will wait and watch how the Pakistan condition goes. And that's all for today's news. If you like this video, do share and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell button.